Today I'm going to be churning through some of the archived streams puzzles. If you want to try your hand at them, you can play along or give it a go at notepadgames.com. So let's jump right in. I'm going to head onto the archive and just start with the first puzzle from the 2025 pack. We have a square puzzle. I'm saying this corner, something's going to have to wrap around it. I'm going to go with the yellow for now. The blue's got to come out, which means it's going to have to go down. The red's going to come out and swerve around, giving us the purple. That was a quick warm-up puzzle. Let's see if it gives us the next number 2. There we go. Larger puzzle quickly. So again, we have this wrapping up here that's going to have to happen. It could be the purple, but nothing's going to be able to take this cell if the purple goes up. If it's the red, it's going to make an illegal move. If it's the blue, it's going to get stuck. So it looks like the purple has to go that way, which means the yellow and the blue both are going to have to come down. I'm going to just trace the yellow all the way around and then do the same with the blue. We have a bit of a cluster in here. So the red has to come out and up, which means this lighter blue, maybe cyan teal, is going to have to take that cell, and the purple will connect through the center. That was the second streams puzzle of this 2025. Let's go on to number 3, see how many we can zip through. So this alleyway looks like it's going to be the blue. Could be wrong. Some of these puzzles can be tricky. The orange is going to come up and around. Looking down here, can't be the red, can't be the yellow, so I'm guessing again it's going to be this lighter blue. The red's going to connect in there. The yellow comes through here, leaving these 2 cells for the purple to pick up. Another puzzle in just 30 seconds. Let's move on to the 4th one of this year. Okay, a large square grid, lots of open space, and lots of things to have to pick up. Just to note, you can't just connect the cells. So something like this, while all your stars are connected, is not a solution because you have to fill the entire grid, but at the same time, you can't have paths touching themselves. So these red circles indicate that the path is invalid. So I'm going to start with the green coming down here, because nothing else is going to be able to take that cell and turn back out. The blue can either go that way or that way. I'm assuming the blue has to go to the right, but that could be a poor assumption. I'm going to go with it for now. Maybe there's some logic that shows something else could wrap around there. The red we're going to go left with. And then we're going to have this cell. Probably the light blue is going to pick it up, which would mean the red would have to come down. The light blue would go down. The red could come around and have a little bit of a questionable moment. We don't want to box off the purple, and we don't want to box off the yellow, but it looks like everything connects. That was a bit larger of a puzzle. Took about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Streams number 4 for the 2025 pack. Again, another big hex puzzle. Just trying to find some cells that are going to be freebies or some constrained cells. It looks like this green's going to have to come out. If it goes directly up, that means the purple would then go this way, which is totally fine. But the green could also snake down and around. I don't see anything forcing it one way or the other yet. I may have to just do it. That feels like it's not going to be the answer because it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it could be. I'm not gonna say no yet. This could come down, so that would block this off, which would not be good. And if the purple goes that way, it blocks the blue off. So the purple's only option, if we're going with this route, would to snake would be to snake all the way around, which again, this cell then becomes impossible to take because anything that went in there would get stuck. So the purple, I guess, could kind of come up, but that still leaves a lot of mess down here. So I'm going with my gut that this direction for the green is actually going to be the more correct direction. It may not snake all the way around like this because, again, that starts leaving a lot of questionable space around. So let's not fill in the whole thing yet. Let's just have it come out. We thought about up, we thought about down. I do think it might go down, but I'm not positive still. So the yellow could connect over here, which means the green would have to come to at least there. Around here, what could wrap around this purple? The orange could, it would block off this green. The blue could, but it would also have issues blocking other things off. So maybe the green wraps up there, and then let's see how these come out. The purple could snake out like that. The orange could come in here, which leaves us with a lot of space for this green and blue to try and fill up. So is there a way that these two can fill up this space? The blue can wrap around and up, but that really doesn't help too much right now. This cell, if it goes there and there, leaves this totally in the open. That would be non-accessible. What else? What other options do we have? The blue could come around this way. And if the blue came around that way, this cell starts to look impossible. It can't be taken by the blue. It wouldn't be taken by the purple, because the purple would then do the same thing, making an illegal move. So does that mean that the blue cannot go this way? That would be, I guess, a good thing to really determine. If blue comes around here, does this cell, regardless of everything else, become impossible? It's looking like yes, which means the blue goes 1, 2, or 3. If the blue comes down, these cells become pretty impossible. So the blue, I think, goes either right or left. And if the blue goes right, this cell becomes very difficult. So I am semi-confident that the blue goes left. The question is, I'm going to erase some of this other action for now so I can see what else we can do. The blue could then be one of the major drivers. If it wraps all the way around, how does that play out? The yellow could still go there. The purple would have to kind of come this way. The orange could still go there. If I go with the green, I come up and around with the purple. Ooh, this is looking promising. I see potential. So the purple would wrap all the way around, and then the blue would snake out through here. That was a complex puzzle in just over 5 minutes. That was streams number 5. Looks like streams number 6 is going to be a much simpler puzzle. So let's go ahead and connect the stars. Give us a little break from some of the forward thinking. Move on to streams number 7. Again, a little more of a relaxing time connecting the stars. Not too many options that we could have gone there. Moving on, the puzzles are starting to grow in size again. The puzzle difficulties move or increase throughout the week. So as we are doing these archived puzzles from the daily archive, we're going to be moving through the difficulties in a kind of cyclic or pattern. Let's go on to puzzle number 9. Come down here and connect the reds. There's a lot of cluster happening right here. One of these is going to have to take this. The yellow has to go out and out, which again, I am inferring or assuming the yellow then has to be the one that takes the outside. This one has no escape, so that light blue has to be that one. That was obvious. I should have seen that right away. The blue comes around and the purple connects. That was, what was that number? That was number 9. Let's move on to number 10. Growing again to larger puzzles. This cell can only be taken by this guy. Yellow's going to have to go up, so this connects through there. Yellow's going to go up, wrap around the full puzzle. The blue comes around, and then that leaves us with the purple to connect. That was 21 seconds for streams number 10. Let's go on to 11. Maybe we'll get one more big puzzle in this solve. Let's see, this cell, suspicious, has to be the blue. Could come directly here. The green would come out. The red has to come out. Down and over. Means the purple and the green, just kind of moving these things through their only options at this point. Otherwise, things would get totally blocked off like I just did, which means this one probably goes there. The green snakes around, the purple comes over, and the yellow connects. Another not too shabby solve. Moving on to number 12. Okay, here we go. Another large puzzle. Again, a lot of noise happening, congestion over here. Start with a freebie. The orange has to go, another freebie. The orange has to go up or left. It's going over here. I feel like my gut's saying if it goes up, it's going to be cutting off a lot of action up there. So I feel like it's going to go left, but that is not set with confidence. This has to come out, and this has to come out, and they have to keep moving. Again, the red's going to have to come out. The yellow connects. There's only 2 spaces here, and there's 3 colors that want to move through. So they have to keep escaping, just kind of inching each path along. There's only so many options that they have. This one still has to extend one more, which finishes the path for the white. And now we see a little clarity here. There's 3 lanes and 3 colors. So let's, again, just kind of move them through. And that should connect, finishing. I think that was streams number 12. That was streams number 12. Number 13 is going to be another small puzzle. Maybe we'll go up to 15. Just fly through a couple of these. 3 seconds. I wonder how fast someone could do that. If you're fast with your fingers, maybe you can get down to a 1-second solve. That's not correct. This is going to have to escape. That's going to wrap around, and the blue is going to come up. I think that was 14, so maybe we'll tackle one more, ending on streams number 15 for this video. The purple's going to come down and around. The blue's going to come down. The yellow's going to loop around the outside, and the red's going to connect for an 11-second solve. So yeah, that was the first half of January 2025's puzzles. If you want to give them a go or play any of the other daily games, feel free to hop on over to notepadgames.com. You can also find the app on the App Store. And yeah, let me know. Let me know how you did. Thanks so much for watching.